Another way to look at this is what's different in the fifth domain with regard to the resources that the nation state has to work with. Already mentioned that, well, gee, we know that the US government personnel files were all stolen, so that they can come at me with a bunch of questions where it seems like they must be legitimate because they know details of my background. They know my mother's maiden name, for example, that was in the US government database. They can seize networks, just as their cell tower intercept technologies that are used in the US or in other countries. Well, they can use the same tactics in the warfare out there. One of the new wrinkles here is that cyber insurance may not apply to nation state attacks for much longer. Lloyd's of London, for example, is debating whether or not they should exclude from their cyber insurance policy nation state attacks. Not clear exactly how they're going to tell, not clear exactly whether or not the sort of commercial side of North Korea will be counted or not. But the cyber insurance that some people use to decide, what their risk profile should be may be changing. There's attacks against natural resources, things that aren't usually done by hackers who just want to make off with your money. And the last thing they want to do is to bring the internet down and stop being able to send you spam. They have the resources to hire affiliates. And they deploy different kinds of attacks. According to Clark, both Russia and China were interested in having the capability to disable US power and turn the lights off. The Russians were concentrating on disabling the US power distribution, those towers and transformers and the other parts of the infrastructure that distribute electric power. The Chinese were taking a different approach. They were looking at how to disable the gas pipelines, which are the things that supply the energy to the power generation. And if you turn off all the gas pipelines, eventually the generators run out of gas. It's not like the good old days when you could pile coal up in your backyard. You can't keep more than a little bit of reserve for natural gas. And so the pipelines have to keep running if you want the power to stay on. So that's another kind of difference. There's quite a larger array of resources that these adversaries bring to the battle.